Welcome to the YCN Game of the Week. This week, YCN travels to Hanover, New Hampshire as the Marauders host the Bow Falcons in the NHIAA Division II Semifinals. The Game of the Week is brought to you by Ramonto's Brick Oven Pizza in Claremont, always fresh. La Valley Building Supplies for home improvement and construction from concept to completion. Kasasa, free checking that pays, now available at Claremont Savings Bank. And H.R. Clough, the home energy specialist, and Kearsarge Heating Oils.
After a beautiful day for football, sun shining, couple clouds in the sky, temperatures in the mid-40s. The winner of this game moves on to the New Hampshire State Championship for Division II. It's the Bow Falcons taking on the Hanover Marauders. I'm Dave Collins along with Andrew Zerhide. And Andrew, when we look at it, Bow, they're riding the wave right now. They upset John Stark 27-21 last Saturday. They were in Division III. They moved up to Division II, a record of 8-2 overall. 6-2 in the conference right now. Matt Harkins is their outstanding quarterback, 6'1", a junior, 185 pounds, is a threat in the air and also to run. Paul Cohen says they saw some holes on the Hanover defense, which could lead them to run the ball up the middle and possibly keep it on the ground. But right now, Bo looking for anything to go to the state championship game, as the winner of this game will take on Plymouth and Windham next week at UNH. For Hanover, a bit of a different story. They got the big guys up front.
Yeah, Hanover has a couple of big linemen. They have Skylar Cyrus, the 6'3", 330-pound senior. And then they have Robert Putnam, the 6'1", 240-pound sophomore. Those guys are really going to be have a big impact in this game. Look for them to really step up to that today.
You saw them in the pregame show. You can't miss them on the field. We'll have the kickoff and all of today's action. Winner moves on to the state championship game at UNH next weekend. It's the Bow Falcons and the Hanover Marauders on YCN's playoff game of the week next, right here on YCN. Welcome to Merriman Branch Field here in Hanover, New Hampshire. Division II New Hampshire State Football Playoffs, the semifinals. We are underway as Hanover won the toss. They have offered to defer, and the kickoff sails into the end zone. So Bow will start with possession. First down and 10 on a beautiful day for football here in Hanover. We've got a bit of a breeze. It's blowing across the field from the Hanover bench towards the Bow bench on the far sideline. Temperatures in the mid-40s. Sunshine, just a few wispy clouds. And we are ready to get underway. And Andrew, we talked about in the pregame show, Bow just riding the wave of success right now, an upset over John Stark. Hanover defeated Lebanon here at home for the second time this season. This time it counted a little bit more because they're in the playoffs, but Bow has it first and 10 from their own 20. And under center for the Falcons, Matt Harkins, 6'1", 185-pound junior. As the backs are split behind him. Back to pass for the opening play. A little screen pass as it's flung out to the near side. Making the catch right there is Nate Alfred. He's a 6'3", 205-pound tight end senior. And he gets it up to about the 25. It'll bring up second down and 5 for the Falcons. Nate Alfred, the tight end. You'll see Jack Curlew, number 44, for the Bow Falcons, moving left to right across your television screen. They picked up about 5.5, so call it second and a long 4. And Harkins under center once again. Handoff, this time it goes to number 44, Corvu. Picks up about 2 yards before he's stacked up there. And third down and 3 coming up for the Falcons from their own 27 as we are 45 seconds into this scoreless contest.
And I believe that was number 55, Skylar Cyrus there. We talked about him in the pregame. He's really a big guy, 6'3", 330 pounds. This is last year for Hanover football. He is a senior. Making a nice tackle there. He's going to be a force in this game.
The other New Hampshire Division II semifinal today features Plymouth at Windham on this Saturday afternoon. Winner of that game and the winner of this game will play at UNH for the state championship next Saturday at 2:30. Handoff again up the middle and breaking his way for about 3 or 4 yards is Jack Corvu. He is 5'11", 175 pounds and a junior. Gets across the 30-yard line, and that's enough to pick up a first down for Bow. So they keep the drive going here in their opening drive of this football game.
Yeah, nice job by the Falcons moving the chains. Had 2 pretty successful plays. One didn't go for much, but those 2 successful plays got them the first down. Nice job by Bow so far.
So first and 10 for the Falcons. Again, everybody in tight, split backs. This time, reverse give to Mooney, another tailback. He plunges through the 35-yard line out to the 36 and picks up about 5.5 yards. Justin Mooney, a 5'9", 175-pound senior for the Falcons. Gets positive yardage, and it'll bring up second down and a long for Bo. This is the 5th play of the drive coming up for the Falcons. It started at their own 20. So far, they've eaten up just over 2 minutes off the game clock here in the first quarter. No score. Again, under center, it's Harkins, the quarterback. 3 backs in the backfield, double tight end. And now the handoff straight up the middle. And this time it's Mark Borak, his turn to try to carry it straight through. He picks up about 2 yards. It'll be shy of the first down, so third down and call it a long one. Ball resting right at the 40-yard line for the Falcons. You're watching YCN's Game of the Week.
The YCN Game of the Week and Saturday YCN Live College Game Day is brought to you by H.R. Clough, the home energy specialist, and La Valley Building Supply, and Casasa, free checking at Claremont Savings Bank. Thank them for making this coverage possible.
You can check out our website too, ycnnow.com, for more information. Full house backfield right now for Bo on 3rd and 1 from their own 39-yard line. 6th play of the drive coming up right here. Handoff straight up the middle. It's enough for a first down as Borak Jr. gets the call once again. Gets out over the 45 to the 46-yard line. Well, we talked to some of the coaches and the training staff, in fact, of Bo in the pregame, and he said, watching film on Hanover, they had a lot of open gaps up the middle on their defense. So if you can penetrate, get past the line of scrimmage, especially up the middle, you might be able to get positive yardage. And so far, that seems what the Falcons are keying in on this opening drive.
Yeah, they've had a number of nice play calls, not going for too much, just getting about 5-6 yards. That's all they've needed so far.
They've eaten up 3.5 minutes off the game clock. Back to pass. This is Harkins looking left, fires, and it's incomplete. Intended receiver was Nate Alford. It was over his head. So the clock stops with 8:32 remaining in the first quarter. 2nd and 10 for Bo, just shy of their own 43-yard line. And really, it's the first play that hasn't gone anywhere for Bo here in their opening drive.
Yeah, a little high on that pass by Harkins. I'm sure he'll get into more of a rhythm as this game goes along.
Drive started for Bo at their own 20. Now they're at their own 46-yard line. 3.5 minutes off the clock. They've eaten up. Handoff, and this goes to Mooney. Mooney has some room across the 50 into Hanover territory as he gets down to about the 44-yard line. He'll be close to a first down. If not, it'll bring up 3rd and short for the Falcons, but now they're on the other side of the 50 in Hanover territory. Still no score, 8:12 remaining in the first quarter. This will be the 8th play of the drive coming up for the Falcons. So far, they've eaten just under 4 minutes up off the clock. Full house backfield once again, 3rd and 1. Under center is Harkins. Harkins tries to keep it himself. I don't think he got it there. Might have been a blown call right there. Maybe he was trying to hand it off to Borak Jr., but either way, he loses about 2 or 3 yards, and this will bring up a key 4th down for the Falcons as they get pushed back about 2 yards.
Yeah, it looked like there could have been a little confusion there by Bo. Not really sure what that play call was, but clearly didn't get the first down. Now it's 4th down. Bo's got to decide what to do.
Alexander Mosenthal for Hanover steps back to his own 15. It looks like the Falcons are going to punt, so after 9 plays, the drive stalls. They've eaten up 4.5 minutes off the clock, but they're forced to punt. Alfred, the punter, gets the snap, boots it away. It's a wobbly kick. It lands at the 15, takes a Bo bounce, and we'll roll all the way down inside the 5 to the 4 to the 3 to the 2 and to the 1.
Wow.
So Hanover on their opening drive will have to go 99 yards to hit the goal line. Excellent punt, maybe a little bit of help from the wind from Nate Alford. And with 7:07 remaining here in the first quarter, we are still scoreless. And Hanover will start for the first time in this game, 1st and 10 from inside their own 1-yard line. Ouch. You're watching YCN's Game of the Week.
Yeah, what a great punt, and I do think the wind helped a little bit. Knocked that ball back, kept it from rolling into the end zone. And yeah, just like you said, Hanover's going to have to travel 99 yards if they want to score. It's going to be tough.
So here they are backed up in the shadows of their own goalpost. The quarterback for Hanover is Connor Stafford. He's 6'2", 175 pounds, and he is a senior, and the handoff goes straight up the gut and maybe a pickup of about 2 yards just to get out of the shadows of their own goalpost. 6:53 remaining in the first quarter, and no score in this New Hampshire Division II state semifinal game. Winner will take on either Windham or Plymouth. That game going on right now down in Windham. And the 2 winners will meet for the state championship at UNH out in Durham next Saturday at 2:30. Call it 3rd and 7. Pitch to the left-hand side and getting almost nowhere. Brought down at the 5-yard line. We'll try to see who that is, as there were just a swarm of gold, blue, and white jerseys picking off Khalid Putnam, 6'1", 190 pounds. He's a junior. But now it's 3rd and 5 for Hanover at their own 6. Right now, Andrew, you got to worry about just getting some positive yardage if you're Hanover.
Right, yeah, they
away
are
from your own goal line.
Right, they're backed up pretty far.
Stafford under center. Cameron Marshall is the split end out to the near side. 2 backs in the backfield. Handoff straight up the middle and getting to about the 10, maybe the 11-yard line. A good pickup. A little extracurricular activity on the play between Marshall and also Scanlon of Bow. But it's enough for a first down, so good job by Hanover. They started out 1st and 10 on their opening drive from their own 1. They've picked up a first down, and now it's 1st and 10 for the Marauders at their own 12.
Yeah, very nice job by Hanover getting the first down, moving away from their end zone, avoiding any chance of any kind of safety. And let's see what they can do here now that they have some room.
Again, it's Stafford under center. Pitch out to the far right-hand side. And Putnam picks it up there. There's a penalty marker down as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe even pushed back a yard, but we'll check the penalty. 5:19 remaining here in the first quarter. No score between Bow and Hanover on YCN's Game of the Week. Let's check the penalty. Holding against Hanover. That's the signal from referee Paul Page.
And a holding penalty on the Marauders.
So Bow will probably elect to push them back, possibly, even though it was a loss of 1 on the running play, it seems like. And I think that's what they're trying to consult the coaching staff with and the players. Here comes referee Paul Page. 5:19 to go, first quarter, no score. Holding against Hanover. That's the indication. And they will take the penalty, so that'll push Hanover back to their own 7-yard line right now.
Yeah, a little discouraging for the Marauders. Just got a nice first down. Now they're backed up on about the 8-yard line, 6-yard line.
Handoff up the middle again, battling his way across the 10 and out to about the 12-yard line for Hanover is Caleb Putnam. And gets back just past the original line of scrimmage. So 2nd down and 9 now for the Marauders. As you can see, Avery Monahan coming in off the sidelines for Hanover to call the play. Hanover going right to left across your computer screen. Both teams with all 3 timeouts remaining. Wind has picked up just a bit, about 10 miles per hour. Ball on the 13-yard line, 2nd and 9 for Hanover. This is their opening drive. Bow stalled after going 9 plays. They had to punt it. Handoff once again to Putnam. Plows through on the left-hand side, gets across the 15-yard line to about the 16. That'll bring up 3rd down with 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
Stay tuned at the end of our telecast for the H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating Oil turning up the Heat Player of the Game when we'll pick the top performer in today's matchup.
Big 3rd down right now for Hanover on their opening drive. It's 3rd and 7, the ball resting on their own 15-yard line. They'd love to convert right here. Not have to give the ball back. Under center, it's Stafford. Handoff again up the middle. Nothing really there. Maybe a gain of 1 or 2. And that's about it. As Mosenthal couldn't find any room to work with. It'll bring up 4th down. And the Marauders now forced to punt with no score in the first quarter and 3:33 remaining.
Well, that holding call really put Hanover in a bit of a hole. It was going to be tough to score. Had to go 99 yards. They were on their own 1-yard line.
Moises Salea stands back to punt at his own 3. Good snap, gets it away. It's a high wobbly kick, and it's coming down at the 50. It is bobbled there by Kimball, picks it back up, goes in reverse, and finally gets out of bounds right at midfield. So Bow will start with excellent field position for their 2nd drive of the ball game. 1st and 10 for the Falcons, 3:10 remaining in the first quarter, no score, but they have it right at midfield for their 2nd drive.
Our replays are brought to you by Kasasa, a catchy word for earning cash. Ask for free Kasasa checking at Claremont Savings Bank. Qualifications and rules apply. See them for details. Member FDIC.
So the first drive for Bow went 9 plays, but they were forced to punt. They pinned Hanover back at their own 1-yard line. Now Hanover just punts, and here's the 2nd possession for the Falcons. And timeout called by the Marauders. And it looks like Coach Sam Cavallaro not too happy. Timeout called by Hanover. We'll take one as well. 3:10 remaining in the first quarter. No score between Hanover and Bow. You're watching YCN's Game of the Week. So after the timeout called by Hanover, they have 2 remaining for the first half. Bow with 3. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Falcons at the 50. 3:10 to go, scoreless in the first quarter. Under center once again is Harkins. Harkins under center, back to pass, looking, fires. He's got a receiver open. It is caught on the left-hand side and brought down at the 35-yard line is Matt Kimball. First completion of the day, actually second completion of the day. First one for big yardage. And on first down, it is a first down for the Falcons down at the Hanover 34-yard line.
Well, that was a nice pass by Harkins there, throwing over a couple of Hanover defenders. And Kimball didn't have to break stride, turned his body, made the catch, got the first down. Nice play by Bow.
Harkins under center once again, backs in the eye behind him, 2 receivers up top. Handoff this time, goes to the left-hand side. That's the short side of the field, and Borak picks up maybe a yard or 2 before he falls forward. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 8 for the Falcons. 2:38 remaining, scoreless here in the first quarter. Marauders had it 1st and 10 at their own 1. They were forced to punt after picking up a couple of yards. This is Bow's second possession of the ball game. Winner of this will take on the winner, Plymouth and Wyndham, next Saturday, 2:30 at UNH out in Durham. Backs in the eye once again. Ball on the left hash mark. 2nd and 9 from the 33. Handoff going to the left side. This time is Justin Mooney. He's a 5'9 senior. Plows his way forward, gets some help from the line there as he's pushed forward all the way down to about the 28-yard line. And it'll bring up 3rd down, and we'll call it about 3.5 or 4 for Bow.
Yeah, Mooney definitely got a little bit of help there. It looked like he was only going to pick up a few yards, but his teammates pushed him forward, picked up a few extra yards. Head coach has got to love that.
1:47, 1:46 to play in the first quarter. Scoreboard has it 3rd and 3 for Bow at the Hanover 27. Ball on the left hash mark. 2 receivers to the wide side of the field. That's down low here. Backs in the eye. Harkins under center. Handoff this time to the tailback, and picking up the first down and more yardage is Justin Mooney once again. As he gets down to the 21-yard line, that's enough to move the chains. And the drive continues for Bow as they are marching down the Marauders' territory.
YCN Saturday College Game Day Live features 3 exciting Division I football games every week on YCN. On November 19th at noon, it's Fordham at Bucknell. At 3:30, it's Buffalo at Western Michigan. And at 7 p.m., it's Marshall University at Florida International.
1:09 to play in the scoreless first quarter. It's the 5th play coming up for the Falcons. Started at the 50-yard line. Pitch out, and Hanover read that well. Mooney goes nowhere. In fact, he gets dropped for about a 3-yard loss behind the line of scrimmage. Hanover read that play perfectly, and it'll bring up 2nd down and long right now for the Falcons.
And I believe that was number 5, Reed Winter, on the tackle there. And I also think Elliott Kelly was there. And yeah, just like you said, Dave, Hanover completely read that play. Running back had nowhere to go.
2nd and 14 for the Falcons. Ball at Hanover's 25-yard line, 30 seconds to play in a scoreless first quarter. 2 receivers to either side. In the shotgun, taking the snap is Harkins. Looking left now, looks over the middle. He's got a receiver at the 10, making him over with the 5. Into the end zone, touchdown Bow. Nate Alford with the completion and the reception and the touchdown. And the Falcons score first, and they lead Hanover 6-0 with 19.5 remaining here in the first quarter.
What a job by Alford there. Yards after the catch. Running to the right, beating a couple defenders, making his way into the end zone. Falcons clearly the stronger team so far in this game. And Hanover needs to respond.
2 minutes and 50 seconds off the clock. The drive was 50 yards. It took 6 plays. And here is Matt Kimball, the senior place kicker, to try the extra point with 19.5 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Snap placed down. Kick is up, and it is good. So Bow, who started out with excellent field position right at the 50-yard line, they score first here on the road. And with 19.5 seconds remaining in the first quarter, here in this Division II semifinal, our score is now Bow 7, Hanover 0. Marauders to get the ball. When we come back, you're watching the YCN Game of the Week. 19.5 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Bo with a 7-0 lead over Hanover as the Falcons are ready to kick off. Here it is by Kimball as a gust of wind comes and blows in his face. It's taken by the up man Mosenthal at the 20. Out to the 25, to the 30, to the 35, out to the 41-yard line. And Hanover, instead of starting from their own 1, will start at their own 41 for their second drive of the ball game when we come back. 13.5 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's Bo 7, Hanover nothing. Back with Hanover's possession after this. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week. Back here in Hanover, second possession of the ball game for the Marauders. 13.5 to go in the first quarter. Bo up 7-0. Handoff straight up the middle. And getting maybe a yard or two on the carry is Reed Winter. And that should do it for the first quarter here in Hanover. Well, long drives, but Bo only accomplished one, and that was the touchdown just a few moments ago. And we've reached the end of the first quarter here in Hanover in the Division II state semifinal football matchup between Bo and Hanover. The Falcons lead the Marauders 7-0. We'll be back with the second quarter after this. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.